Yeah, I know, man. I mean, I'm just really mad that, you know, the MCU doesn't have anything like the X-Men or anything like that. Hold on a second, dude. I'm getting a text. Hold on a second. Gotta call you back. Yeah! This week's episode is gonna include a lot of nerding out. There's gonna be a whole ton of nerding out today. Today, we are gonna be talking about the recent news that dropped yesterday. The fact of the matter that, on why I actually believe, on where I believe the MCU is going now. And, most of all, a special announcement. Stay tuned. It was announced yesterday, I believe, yeah, it's yesterday, that Marvel, the biggest, like Disney itself, Marvel's branch especially, acquired 21st Century Fox. And officially announcing that the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Deadpool will be a part of the MCU. Woo! I gotta tell you guys, I am nerding out so much, because if you've ever listened to our podcast, to mine and Mark's podcast, which happens on Monday nights, which gets recorded and posted on Monday nights, which I'm still trying to get back online, you'll know that we did a discussion on what heroes I would love to see back in the MCU at least once. And finally, Marvel has listened to the fat man himself. And no, I'm not talking about Santa Claus. I'm talking about the fluffy man. I'm not talking about Gabriel Iglesias. What should I call myself? Clinically depressed Batman. Yeah, that's what I am. They finally listened to me, and they got America's first family. Or I shouldn't say America's. Marvel's first family back. They got the Fantastic Four. Now, what does this mean for that? Well, Fox had a lot of projects that may or may not get canceled. Which, in a way, I'm going to be sad about, but in a way, I'm also going to be happy. But there's a couple of projects that they have for the X-Men that they can bring in to the MCU. They can have something like, I don't know, they're having the X-Men Dark Phoenix movie soon. Not even soon, like 2020 or 2019 or something. I think that's when it is. They're having that movie bring in the Dark Phoenix, which we've already seen a little bit of her in X-Men Last Stand, which is weird because the timelines are all mixed up. I digress. But in a way, they can use that as a launching point to bring in people like Iron Man, Captain America. They can actually do that if they really chose to. And the question being is, if they start to bring in the X-Men into the MCU, will Hugh Jackman want to come back as Wolverine? Because there's one potential thing that me and a friend of mine were nerding out about that they can do. Hulk versus Wolverine. This movie would be amazing. You can even have it start off being just a Hulk solo film of Mark Ruffalo's career. And it shows Hulk just running through the forest, chasing this new beast called a Wendigo. And next thing you know, out of the shadows comes Wolverine. And attacks the Hulk, starts fighting him. And then things go on, it'll be just an amazing movie. I know I'm pausing a lot. It's because I'm so excited. My mind is going scatterbrain, and I'm nerding out so much. Believe me, guys, this is not like most Weekly Nerds where I just, I forget my lines and stuff like that. I literally just found this news out yesterday. I have been stewing on this all night. I put my nerd brain on a simmer, turn the brain up to 500 degrees, let it sit there, and I dumped the ingredients for the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and Deadpool being in the MCU. I poured those ingredients and I let it simmer overnight. Oh my gosh! You guys, I'm scatterbrained right now because I'm not even sure how to make of this, because I literally called for this. I called for the Fantastic Four to be back in the MCU. I called for the X-Men to be back in the MCU. Deadpool was the added inclusion that I was really excited about. Oh, boy, that's a lot of nerding out in one little segment, isn't it? Ooh, I'm like, ooh, look at that, my hand is shaking. Woo! I am nerding out to all heck today. Sorry, Joker, but DC have been put on the back burner for this one. Woo! Whew. Okay. I'm going to try and calm down now. Okay. So, let me know your thoughts. And, yeah. What do you guys think of Marvel finally listening to its fans and bringing things in that they really want? So, yeah. I'm sorry. So, this next segment, of course, you saw in the title, is called, Where is the MCU Going? Now, the reason why I say where's the MCU going is because it was announced before the announcement yesterday, which I'm still trying not to, nerd too much out about. It was announced that after Infinity War, the MCU is practically dead. Because they've already done all this kind of stuff. They've already introduced so many heroes. What else can they do? Well, with the announcement yesterday, that got this little nerd going. I got this brain going in high gear. Where can the MCU go from here? Well, nerds, I gotta say, and you guys can take it as it is, but with this announcement, I'll be okay if the Avengers, there's not another Avengers movie for about 5 years. Because now what this means is now the Avengers can take take their nice, long needed nap. Because we've had enough of the powers of the Avengers. And we need to look forward. And not just look at a team of 5, 6, 7 people. No. We need to look at the power of 4. That's right. I'm calling it, you guys. MCU's next big projects. The Fantastic Four. Plus, Spider-Man is in this. Spider-Man has been a known friend of one Johnny Storm. That's right. The Human Torch. So, you ask me, John, where are you going with this? I'm going to tell you where I'm going with this. There have been many comic books of the Fantastic Four working with Spider-Man. But there's one comic series that can literally span another universe just out of all the other heroes that are going to appear in Infinity War and in Part 2, which is still unnamed. You can have, to add along with, like, you know, Black Panther 2 or whatever, or Captain Marvel 2, or Ant-Man and the Wasp. What you can do is, since you're having two people in one movie, two heroes, have Spider-Man and the Human Torch, a whole movie trilogy. And I say trilogy because with them, yeah, it's fun to see them together. I love to see their banter, but still, in all honesty, that would be something that could only be done for 3 movies. And of course, you can have like the Spider-Man solo films, like we had with him and Vulture. You can have him finally meet the Green Goblin, which I want a really good one. Like, I'm not talking like go straight to Harry Osborn as Green Goblin. No, I'm saying go all the way and start off right. I'm not saying go Green Goblin. I know that was like the general idea. That's why I said Green Goblin. Go like Hobgoblin. And go from there. So, but in any case, the X-Men movies could be the new launching point of the new MCU. You could have... We already seen X-Men Apocalypse, and with Apocalypse, you can have Mr. Sinister show up. You can have them struggle with the MRD. Because, in all honesty, X-Men comics, there was a comic years ago, I think, that meant like racism. That was supposed to deal with racism. But the only thing is, people called it out saying that it was more racism towards the mutants. And in all honesty, if I'm going to be frank, the racism that they were trying to show, yeah, they were saying mutants, but they were saying how people were being racist against other people. Against people that are different than them. So, yeah. If that offends you, I'm sorry, but yeah. But I think the X-Men could be a launching point for the new Marvel Cinematic Universe. And maybe you can finally have the Avengers vs. X-Men movie, which I still believe would be a good movie. But you also have to think about all the other stuff we can have. Since we have Spider-Man in here, we could have a possibility of the Future Foundation from the Fantastic Four. We can have a possibility of more threats from outer space. You know, we can have maybe the Silver Surfer be teased in Infinity War Part 2. We can have maybe, let's see, what else can we have? You know, we can have a lot more. We can have Galactus teased. We can have the Infinity Stones teased. All these different things we can have teased and done before anything ever actually legitimately happens. So, yeah, guys, that's where I think the MCU is going. And in all honesty, I love the Avengers movies. Heck, I still have Age of Ultron unopened. I love the movie so much that I can't bring myself to just rip it open and just take it out and watch it all the time. I still own this. And not only that, I also have Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, the one movie that was actually really good from the Fantastic Four. I liked the reboot, but it was kind of lackluster to me. And even this This is a movie that people would have opened right when they got it. I still own Ant-Man. I did not open this at all. So believe me when I say I love the MCU as it currently is. But I would be fine if it died. And just so that way it can spawn a new era in the MCU. So, let me know what you guys think. Do you think the MCU should stay how it is? Do you think it should live and breathe fine along with the X-Men and Fantastic Four and Deadpool? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Well, guys, that about wraps it up for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. And if not, then, well, I'm sorry. I wish I can do more. So I'll see you later. You're still here. It's over. Run along. You guys act like you're expecting some special announcement. Oh wait, there is a special announcement. Ha! You guys thought I was teasing you guys. You guys are so foolish. No, but the announcement is simple. Recently, you guys may have noticed that I've been skipping a few days due to scheduling mishaps or writing mishaps. So, to help me kind of, because there's a lot of more show ideas I want to do, to help me do that, you guys will be getting 2 episodes of The Weekly Nerd in 2 days. That's right. You'll get your normal Weekly Nerd on Fridays, but also, as a special bonus, you will get your extra special Weekly Nerds on Saturdays. Now, this will be every other Saturdays. What could the Saturday Weekly Nerds include? I don't know, maybe interviews, maybe some interviews, maybe some challenge videos, or maybe just some good old-fashioned ranting. Because, you know, there's a guy I've been keeping locked up. Locked up. Sorry. Stay in there. Not yet. There's a guy I've been keeping locked up, and I'm just going to tell you now, I experimented with cloning once. He looks like me, but only one thing. He rages too much. Like, it is, like, an uncomfortable amount of raging. It's just too much. And, yeah. I'm going to be giving him a chance on those Saturday videos. Maybe at the end, maybe in the beginning. Giving him a spot to actually rage about the, you know, the comics world of wrestling at that, because we both, I've mentioned that I like to wrestle, that I like to have wrestling, I like to watch wrestling. To rage on the world of wrestling, on the world of comics, all that kind of stuff. I better speed up this outro before he breaks loose. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next. If you're excited about this special announcement. And most of all, if you think that more videos on Saturday at that is a good thing. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next week, because this has been your Weekly Nerd. Ah! See ya.